Hi guys, welcome back. It's your girl Miranda here, and I'm back for another video. Today's video is gonna be a very different type of video, but it's a video that I have been wanting to do. And with what's going on today, I feel like I should do this video. Like, now is like the perfect timing. So if you read the title, whatever the title is going to be, I really don't know what I'm going to title this, but I'm really here today to just really give you all some encouragement and to give you some tips on how to overcome depression, or just tips on how to get you motivated to do whatever you want to do. You know, there are some days where we go through things and we're depressed and we don't feel motivated, and you know, we're questioning like, why are we here? What's our purpose? Excuse me. You know, let me know if you all can relate to what I'm trying to say. It's really hard to try and put into words, but I wanted to do this video to really talk to you guys on a different level, on a more serious and deeper level. Mental illness is it's a disease that people don't really talk about. It's like a topic that people are scared to talk about. You know, it's like forbidden to talk about it. It seems like sometimes, you know, we only talk about it when it's too late. When Johnny Boy done committed suicide. Nobody knows why. Because we're not communicating with each other. We're not contacting each other. We're not checking up on each other, you know. So we'll start off with this video by saying communication is very, very important, and mental illness is a serious disease, and it does exist, and a lot of people battle it every single day. I myself have dealt with depression, and with that being said, I do want to say something else. Mental illness is not always bipolar, schizophrenic, none of that. Depression, eating disorders, all of those fall up under mental illness, because it's a mind thing. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be bipolar. You don't have to have 13 personalities to have a mental illness, or to be considered to have the disease of mental illness. That's why I say people deal with it and battle it every day. And it's a very, very, very serious disease. And I feel like it's not getting talked about a lot. Recently, Demi Lovato was in headlines because she overdosed on whatever the drug may be. She overdosed, and that's what sparked the conversation of mental illness now. Kate Spade committed suicide. We talked about it then. It seems like the only time mental illness is getting talked about is when it's, like I said, when it's too late, when someone has died or attempted to commit suicide. Now I feel like that should not be the case. We should talk about it now while we're all, you know, able to, if that makes sense. So I just have 6 tips, I think, and 6 things that have helped me, and that have helped me in the past, and that are helping me today. Because like I said, I still do have my days. I have very, 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 very low days, and then there are days where I'm just really high. Not literally. But yeah, excuse me. So if my energy seems a little low in this video, I do want to apologize, because this is video number 3 for today. But I really wanted to film this video, and I really do want to get it up to you guys. And yeah, so also let me know down in the description box if I should make this like a series on my channel, Motivational Monday, because by the time you are watching this, it is Monday. So yeah, let me know if I should make Motivational Monday a thing on my channel. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and if you have any other tips or comments, or you know, even if you just want to tell your testimony, feel free to do so down in the comment box below. This is a free open space, no judgment zone. So yeah, let's be a helper to one another. You know, let's carry each other up, lift each other up. And so yeah, I hope you all have a blessed day. Continue to watching this video. I love you guys, and I see you guys later. Bye. Okay, so I have the tips right here on my phone. So if you see me looking down or anything, it's just because I have the tips right here on my phone, and it's 6 tips that I want to share with you guys. Well, let's just start with number 1 is prayer. And I know some of you watching this video may not be religious or may not believe in prayer, but I will say prayer has helped me a lot. Just talking to God and praying and verbally listing what I want to happen in my life, what my goals are, what I want God to help me achieve and help me to accomplish. So if I've been having a very terrible week, I will wake up, Lord, I just thank you for this day. Thank you for giving me life, health, and strength. Thank you for allowing me to wake up. Thank you for allowing me to experience this day. And then I ask, Lord, I ask that you give me strength to get through this day. Help me be able to push through this day. Help me to be able to overcome the obstacles that may be lined up against me throughout this day, throughout this week, throughout this month, throughout this year. Lord, I just ask you to help, just give me strength and to build me up where I'm weak and torn down. You know, you just got to be able to talk to God. Tell him what you want. I mean, he already knows, of course, because he's God, but you have to, he wants to hear you say. He wants to hear you verbally tell him what it is you want, what it is you desire. Just like now, Lord, I pray that you let my battery last in this video. But no, just prayer is very, very key. Hold on a second, let me change my battery. So just remember, prayer is key. Pray throughout your day. When you wake up, before you go to bed, pray throughout your day. And you don't, I mean, people get too caught up in tradition, and it's more traditions than it is rules. You don't have to be on your knees every time you pray. Your eyes doesn't have to be closed every time you pray. You don't always have to be in a closet or in your room or by your bedside to pray. I've prayed in my car. I prayed in my house. I prayed in the shower. I was on vacation. I prayed on our balcony out looking at the ocean. There's no perfect setting. As long as it's just you and God and your mind isn't on anything else, that's all that matters. You're just having a conversation with the one who truly matters, the one who's gonna guide you and give you strength to get through this depression, to get through this mental illness, to help you battle this illness, this disease. It's just, prayer is key, y'all. That's all I can really say without getting too emotional. Woo. Tip number 2 kind of goes along with this as well, and that is to think positively. And I know that's easier said than done, but you have to really give it a try, give it a go, because I live by this saying, positive minds equals positive, well no, positive thoughts equals positive, hold on, rewind. Positive thoughts equals positive results. Meaning if I think positively, I'm going to get a positive result. If I think I am going to be successful, I am going to accomplish all my goals and dreams, I am going to be able to take care of my family financially, I am going to find a husband, I am going to be a great mother, or I'm going to be the best nurse, or I'm going to you know, whatever, I'm going to be happy today. I am going to overcome this illness. I am not going to be depressed. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to live in my truth, and I am going to survive this. I will not take my life. It's all going to happen. You just have to believe it, and you got to have faith in God. You know how you see how it's all going back to God. He's at the top of the food chain. He's at the top of the food chain. But prayer is good. Prayer is great. Prayer is phenomenal. It's great. It is going to help you get through the day. But you also have to believe what you pray. Meaning you have to speak things into existence. The Bible says there's power. The power of life and death lies in the tongue. So you're speaking things into existence. That means you're already claiming it. And I don't want this to be like I don't want this to be a religious video, because I know some people, I don't want this to be a religious video, because I know there are people who don't share the same views as mine, and that's fine. I mean, I'm not here to judge you. I cannot judge you, but I'm just sharing to you things and tips that help me overcome my depression and things that I've seen, that I have witnessed work. So I just want to put that disclaimer out there. But the power of life and death lies in your tongue. Meaning, if you speak things into existence, if you say positive things, those things eventually are going to manifest itself. I'm going to live and not die. I'm going to live and not die. You just have to continue to speak those things into existence. Continue to speak it and claim it, and it will manifest itself. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. Think positive, get positive results. Think positive, get positive results. And that leads me to tip number 3, which is to talk it out. And when I say talk it out, I don't mean you have to go pay $100 an hour to a therapist. I don't. Even though I am kind of just a wee bit biased, because I do like psychology, and psychology was going to be one of my majors, and I do plan on pursuing psychology as a major in the future. But I just believe sometimes it's good to talk to yourself. It is great to talk to yourself, because don't nobody understand you like you. Don't nobody get you like you. Don't nobody understand how you feel exactly like you. Talk it out. Talk it out, honey. Talk it out. Tell yourself, like, if you bombed a test, and it's really getting you down, just tell yourself, it's okay. It's okay, boo, because that's just test 1. You know, you have 3 more chances to redeem yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have this amount of this many things to help you redeem yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just talk to yourself. Explain. Help yourself turn the negative situation positive. And if you think positive, you get positive results. You see how this stuff is kind of linking together? I didn't really think about that when I was making this list of tips, but some of these things are really linking together. Talk to yourself. Help yourself turn that bad situation into a good situation. You got a bad situation here. I failed my test. So this is you telling this person, it's okay. It is okay. You're going to be fine. It's just test 1. It's just a test. It doesn't make or break you. It doesn't define you. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna surpass that on the next test. You're gonna pass the next test. Boost yourself up. there's no greater friend than you. You're your own friend. And don't think you crazy because you talking to yourself, because ain't nobody saying nothing to you when you was playing with baby dolls and your baby dolls was speaking to each other, did they? If you crazy for talking to yourself now in your grown years or in your teenage years or whatever age range you are in watching this video, if didn't nobody tell you when you was playing with baby dolls and you was having tea parties with your stuffed bears, if ain't nobody tell you that that was crazy, how can somebody tell you now that talking to yourself to motivate yourself is wrong or is crazy? How can they do that? And if they do, shame on them, because you're doing what you need to do to help yourself. You're doing what you need to do to keep you alive, to survive, to keep you happy and thriving. Just remember that. Just remember that. Talk it out. Talk to yourself. Now, if you do have people that you can trust and people that, let's see, people that will understand, that you know will understand, you can always talk to them too. Don't get me wrong, you can always talk to them too. It's better to get those emotions out than to let them, than to keep them in. Because if you keep them in, they're gonna keep snowballing. It's gonna have a snowball effect. It's gonna start small. I failed my test, but you don't talk about it. You don't talk to yourself. You don't talk to your mama. You don't talk to your boyfriend or girlfriend. You don't talk to your friend, your best friend. You don't talk to nobody. Just keep it inside. You got a ticket, a speeding ticket, a high ass speeding ticket. You mad about it, but you swallow it. That snowball gets bigger. And then, I don't know, you lose something or somebody dies and you don't talk about it. You don't talk about how you feel. Ooh, that one hit home. You don't talk about how you feel. That snowball just got 2 times bigger. And then before you know it, it's gonna turn into the bottom snowball of a snowman is that size now. And by that size, it's gonna burst. And then you're gonna lash out. You're gonna lash out to somebody who doesn't deserve it, or you may turn to something you shouldn't turn to. Whether that's a substance, drugs, alcohol, or whether that's something that could make or break your life. You know, y'all take that how you want to take it, but talk it out. Get that emotion. Let your emotions out. Don't keep them bottled up inside. I've done that. I've done that several times, and that is something that I'm still trying to overcome and deal with. I'm still trying to learn how to do that, how to talk it out, and how to communicate. Communication is key. Not talking it out can have several different outcomes that are not lovely and that don't have a too great of a end result. So just talk it out. Just communicate. Even if you have to talk to yourself, like I said, that's totally normal and there's nothing wrong with that. Just talk to yourself. It's completely fine. It's alright. Don't worry about what nobody say. Don't worry about what nobody has to say. It's cool. If talking to yourself works, boo, go ahead. I've done it several times. I know I have, and I know others out there have too. So it's fine. Talk to whoever you need to talk to. Talk to God. Because if ain't nobody gonna listen, if you can't talk to yourself, talk to God. That's always. He's always listening. Like he's listening to our conversation now. Like he's the biggest eavesdropper ever. But yeah. So tip number 4 is something that I've been doing a lot lately, and that's writing my feelings out, or some people may call it journaling, and you can journal. I haven't really started journaling yet, but it's something that I did think about while I was on vacation. I did a lot of thinking while I was on vacation. Like, I know from my Snapchat it probably seemed like I didn't, but I did a lot of thinking while on Snapchat. I mean, while on vacation. But like, say for instance, if someone hurt your feelings, or something happened that doesn't sit right with you, or you're feeling some type of way for whatever reason, get you out a paper, get you out a pen, and just start writing. Just start writing. Writing your feelings out, writing your thoughts out. But somewhere in your writing, make sure to change those negative things to positive things. So if you go back and read it, you read, oh, on this day, or you don't even have to date it, because if you write it out, and if you go back and read it, you probably are going to remember. So if you do happen to go back and read it, make sure there's some positive stuff written in there. Like, try and change the tone of the note or the message, because you're really writing a letter to yourself. That's how I think about it. I'm writing a letter to myself because I'm in a funk. My feelings are hurt. I'm in a mood, so I'm just gonna write my feelings. You know, and when I first started doing this, I did used to just write negative stuff. Like, it was horrible. But then I started writing more in a positive tone, like letters to me. Like, dear Miranda, you are awesome. You are amazing. You are smart. You are talented. You are successful. You have grown so much. You are the way you are because of the things that you've overcome. So yeah, just notes to yourself, but try and change the tone of it. It's like writing a pick-me-up letter to yourself, if that makes sense. And you can just write these letters and then throw them away. You can write these letters and keep them. You can keep them in a notebook or a composition book, or, you know, a journal. Keep it. Do whatever with it as you please. But I have found lately, besides praying, this is the thing that I do. I actually did one on vacation. But this is what's helping me now. This is my favorite one. That's just writing it out. Let it all out on pen and paper. Write it all out. And I usually write it all out, read over it, take it in, breathe, inhale, exhale, and then pray, and then I throw it away. That's what I do. But you can keep them, like, especially if they're in an extremely positive tone, you can keep them. It's probably a good reminder to have of when you're feeling bad again. It's a good reminder to go back and look at these things, of these positive things that you have to say about yourself, to remind yourself, because sometimes we forget how amazing we are. I know that sounds maybe a little crazy, but sometimes we forget how amazing we are, or sometimes we forget all the things that we've overcome. And that's because some of those things that we've overcome are suppressed memories, things we don't want to remember anymore. But sometimes you have to remind yourself, girl, you did that. You remember when you was down and out and you was stuck out there and this, that, and the third happened to you, but look where you are today. You overcame that. By God's grace and mercy, you overcame that. Sometimes I am telling you, if you don't get nothing out of this, writing it out, journaling, call it what you want to, writing your thoughts and feelings on a piece of paper, taking those negative thoughts, putting it on paper, and then turning it to positive things. It helps. It's a good reminder too. It's a great reminder. A great reminder. Yeah, that's my current method now. Tip number 4, writing it out, or some people call it journaling. is my current method of how I'm dealing with my depression. I highly recommend this tip. Tip number 5 is doing something you love. Doing something that makes you happy. Something to motivate you to get out of the bed. Something to motivate you to do something. Like for instance, filming. Filming is something that I love. I've grown to love YouTube. It is a great hobby. It's a hobby that I actually love. It's actually my very first hobby. So, I film. Or if I don't film, I think about video ideas. Like I have a whole list in on my notes page on my phone of video ideas. Some of the ideas I do and some of the ideas I don't do, but it's making me think about something related to the thing that I love. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, if running is something that you love, go out for a jog, babe. Go to the gym and get on a treadmill. Go to the park and run around the park. Or think about running. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes when I feel myself getting down or something, I get on Instagram and I go to the Explore page and I watch beauty videos. Instagram, the beauty videos that be on the Explore page, the IG videos, I watch tons and tons of those. It not only helps me in a way, but it helps me it gets my creative juices flowing too. So then now I'm totally focused on, I'm not focused on what got me sad and down and out. I'm now focused on what I love. I'm not focused on something that makes me happy. I'm not focused on something positive. You know, now my whole mood done switched now because I started watching beauty videos. Or sometimes I go and watch Instagram videos. You know, maybe the Eggs family done put up a vlog. Maybe Jackie I need to put up another beauty video or review. Now I'm focused on that. And then the suggestions page. Oh, cool. That video. Cool. Somebody's favorites. Cool. Let me see what their favorites are and if I want to try it out. You see how the thinking process goes? It's easy for me to go to IG, go to beauty videos, look at some beauty videos, go to YouTube. You know, it's easy for me to film. Do something you love. I hope that little explanation of this tip made sense. Doing something you love to help change your mood. Do something you love. Whatever makes you happy. Do something that makes you happy. If you feel yourself slipping into depression, do something to help bring you out of that. Something you love. I hope that made sense. Okay, and last tip is surround yourself around people that actually love you and care about you. And that may be easier said than done in certain cases or in some cases, because sometimes as people who deal with depression or whatever mental illness, we tend to push people away. But we have to open up our eyes and realize that they don't want to hurt us. If they love us and care about us, they don't want to hurt us. They're only trying to help us and be there for us. But I also want to say we have to recognize those people that are good for us and those people that are bad for us. You know what I'm saying? Your square, your circle does not have to be filled. Your circle does not have to be as big as a beach ball or as big as the sun. Your circle can really be you and 2 other people, or you and 1 other person. But it has to be, you have to have somebody there that you can really talk to, that you can really lean on. Surround yourself by people who really love you and care about you, because if they love you and care about you, They're gonna do everything in their power that they can to help change that mood, to help bring you out of that depression state, to help you walk away from suicide. Y'all, I thank God for Vinny and my best friend, because those two people, I honestly don't know where I would be. I honestly don't know where I'd be. They have made me cry in both a good way and bad way. But they all both have made me smile and made me happy. And they are my biggest supporters. So I know if I don't have nobody else, I have God. And I have those two. Plus and minus some family members. You know, if you follow me on Snapchat, you know me personally. I always have my brother. He is my biggest supporter. He's like my favorite person in the world. But outside of family, y'all, Vinny and my best friend Savannah, they're the bomb.com. They're the bomb.com. And while you're in this state, while you're in this position mentally, it's going to tell you a lot about the people that you surround yourself around. It's going to tell you a lot about the people that's around you. Are they really there for you? Do they really love you? Is it really no judgment zone when you're around them? If y'all go y'all separate ways tomorrow, can you really trust them to still keep your secret? That's tea. If there's somebody in your circle that's questionable, maybe you gotta cut them loose, because maybe they're doing more harm to you than you think. Cut them loose, boo. Cut them loose. Who knows? The weight on your shoulders just might get lighter just by cutting them loose, because you know mentally you don't have to deal with them anymore. Emotionally, you don't have to deal with them anymore. That lightens your load. Surround yourself around positive people. So yeah, that was a little deep conversation. Yeah, I was glad to chat. I'm glad to be able to chat with you all. Depression is something that I have suffered with, and it has gotten really bad a couple of times, but it's something that I am glad to be able to tell you all that I have overcome. I've overcome those situations. That doesn't mean that I don't still get depressed. That doesn't mean that I still don't get, you know, in my feelings sometimes, but it is something that I'm telling you that you can overcome. Some situations is worse than others, but these 6 things are things that helped me overcome my depression. So yeah, I hope these 6 things are a blessing and are helpful to you all. I also want to say you are not alone. I know sometimes, especially with people who get depressed, it's easy to feel like you're alone and you don't have anybody, but you're not alone. Baby, you are going to get through this. You just have to push yourself. You just have to find something that motivates you. Remember the good times. Whatever good, that's another thing. Remember the good times. Keep those good memories playing in your head. It goes with that, think positively. So yeah, you're not alone. You can get through this. I'm praying for you. I'm praying with you. You are going to get through this. You're going to overcome this. I don't care what nobody says. You are smart. You are beautiful. You are handsome. You're lovely. You are talented. You got this. You got this. You can and you will get through this. Remember that. You can and you will overcome this. This is just another hurdle. This is just another hurdle that was placed on your path. And all you just got to do is just jump over that. You don't even have to jump. As long as you get one leg over, it's easy enough to bring the other leg over that hurdle. You got it, boo. You got it. I trust and believe in you that you got it. I know you got it. You ain't got no choice but to have it. So yeah, keep the faith. Keep the faith in God. Keep believing and trusting in Him, and He will direct your path. He will carry you to the finish line. He always got your back. Yeah, just that's it. You got it. I don't know how much more I can tell you. You got it. Don't worry about it. Try not to stress as much. It's going to be okay. Whatever situation you're in right now is going to be okay. Don't let that situation steal your happiness. Don't let that situation steal your joy. Don't let that situation steal your life. Because you are worth so much more than that. There are people around you that loves you and cares about you, and they rather have you here with them than in the ground. So think about that. You know, you got it. I love each and every one of you. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.